Here tonight, I want to introduce you to a couple of women who got themselves into some good trouble. 50 years ago, they were a part of the historic group of 8 women who crossed the Boston Marathon finish line for the first time while being officially allowed to participate.
These days, we are used to seeing women cross the finish line at the Boston Marathon, but it was just 51 years ago that this was only a course for men.
Why do you think there was so much pushback for allowing women to run?
That's a good question. It wasn't like the 1890s. It was, modern era. And I think the AU was just very obstinate in trying to allow women to run. They felt that, it might harm us in some way. And Nina's really the person who did a lot of the legislation to help us get in.
Nina Kuscsik and Pat Barrett were 2 of the first 8 women who registered, raced, and finished in 1972 when they were officially allowed to participate. But Kuscsik, who wanted to get in some good trouble, ran the race in 1969.
I knew that women weren't allowed to run, but as long as they didn't throw us out.
Kuscsik fought legislators to make women official participants at the 1971 Atlantic City Marathon and eventually the Boston Marathon in 1972, where she was the first of the 8 women to cross the finish line. Today, thousands of women have followed in their footsteps.
50 years went by so fast. In 1984, we had the marathon into the Olympics, and there were more women around the world starting to run marathons.
I gotta ask, are either of you planning to run tomorrow?
Oh no. We're actually enjoying seeing other people run.
We'll see. I'm sure they can still lace them up if they really wanted to. Well, if you're along the course tomorrow, look out for Kuscsik and Barrett and tell them thank you for being trailblazers and getting into good trouble. And speaking of thank yous, they wanted to give a big thank you to all the men way back then in 1972 who were in the fight with them. For Boston 25 News,